Hey everybody, this is Erica, the technology nerd likes to film stuff. We are coming into the holiday season, and I've got more things to give away. Here is probably the most sought after toy brought to you by the Black Friday Mayhem. This is the limited edition Super Mario 3DS at $99. I was so stupidly excited, you guys, that I could not even sleep when they released this. I was too afraid I was going to miss them. And right here I have the dual IPS white 20th anniversary Pokemon version, which I adore, but I have always wanted this device in black. But black was not available in North America until now, so needless to say, these are highly sought after and hard to get. So these things sold out quickly like whiplash, and of course the scalpers came and took them all before anyone could even blink. But I ended up being lucky, and I ended up with 3. So one of these I'm going to keep for myself, one of these I'm going to give away to you guys, so stay tuned for that, and this one's going to be a gift. So let's unbox it, shall we? So looking at all these boxes here, none of them come sealed. None of them seem to come sealed at all these days. I have to admit that I opened them all just to take a peek at their screens, but I never set them up or anything, so they are brand new still. So there's just a tab right here. Very, very simple box. And of course, it tells you right here that this does not come with a power adapter. I keep thinking, yay, I'm going to get another power adapter when I get one of these. But they don't come with one, so that's something you're going to have to buy for like $10 to $15. First thing you notice when you open up the box is that it says new Nintendo 3DS XL. So I have the XL, do I? I don't see it. All of them say this, so I think Nintendo kind of had some overstock or they cut corners or whatever for $99. That doesn't surprise me, but come on, Nintendo, that's kind of just tacky. So right here, of course, you got documentation, your quick start guide, how to replace your plates, and your AR cards. These just don't die. And Nintendo never bothered to release any more cards. I thought this was really going to be a thing. And then all we have here is the unit itself. Let's go ahead and open that. You've got the faceplate that goes on the top. Now this is just awesome, you guys. This is my favorite faceplate that I have seen. So it has a matte texture. And then you can see embossed in here are these little glossy Mario characters, and this just feels and looks extremely nice. So getting to the unit, comes like this. Just unwrap this. So you can see that the other plate is already installed here on the bottom. We can just go ahead and put this on here. These little notches need to go in place. So many times I see people leave them out, and be careful because you can break it. There we go. Just snaps on just like that. Ah, so nice. Now this is an extremely attractive system. I love this. The white one just does not compare to it. This feels a little bit more matte than the white one does inside. So here we have the white for comparison. I'm really happy that we have the same buttons. I'm glad that they're not black with the coloring on the letters. Instead, the buttons are colored themselves. So that's a really nice touch. But this is just a sexy, sweet little system here. Where this one's more like, yeah, I'm here. So I'm actually quite happy with the build on these units. I think it's probably a lottery, but sometimes you'll get a unit that's better built and sometimes not so nicely built. My Pokemon one has a kind of a shoddy, shaky hinge, large cracking noises. And what has always bothered me is this gap here. Don't know what that's for, but I'm glad to see that that's not an extremely common thing. This one is seamless. Looks really, really nice. So taking a look around it, you've got your little bumpers here so that when you place this down, the screen doesn't touch. Got your speakers, got the volume up and down. This is to turn the 3D on and off. You've got your front-facing camera here, and this also works for the 3D. Really stable 3D. This is heads and tails above the initial one that was released. You've got your joystick, your D-pad. This is the C-stick. NFC, so you can use your amiibos. Of course, you've got your button pad. Start, select, home button. You've got your LED indicators here for power and for Wi-Fi and also for the power button. Now, I noticed that you really have to push on the power button on this one. You think you've pushed it, but you haven't. Sometimes you have to put your fingernail in there to get this to turn on. You've got your headphone jack. You've got your stylus. You have the cartridge slot right here in front, which I actually prefer so you don't have people kind of having a trick on you and popping them out and ruining your game. Then you've got the charging port on the bottom. You got your LR buttons. You have a little lanyard hole. Here's the IR port, your secondary LNR buttons, and some ports here. So this is an incredible system. And it is my favorite system alongside the Game Boy Advance SP. By the way, I'm having one of these come brand new. Let me know if you want to see this unboxed. So this next segment is going to be for the display obsessed and also for the Nintendo enthusiasts. If you don't care about the displays either way, then you don't have to stick around. But let's go ahead and talk about what I am seeing here. So like I mentioned, I opened all 3 boxes and just took a peek at the displays, and all of them are the dual TN panels. Twisted pneumatic, where right here we have the dual IPS screens. This is the holy grail. This is what is so sought after in the Nintendo community, and we'll get into that. But my thought is that probably none of the Black Friday models have the IPS screens. The IPS screens are more expensive to put in here, for one thing. Or it could turn out that it's just a lottery and they're very few and far between. That's where I'm looking for your guys' feedback. Let me know if you have seen any IPS screens out in the wild for either the black or the white, but otherwise I think that neither of them are going to have them. So IPS screens, why do people care so much? They are so sought after in the Nintendo community because they look more saturated and are capable of better color reproduction, have darker black levels, better contrast ratio, and also have much better viewing angles. So when I pick this one up and I turn it from side to side, the colors do not wash out. So just say I'm playing a non-3D virtual console game. You can see the game at any angle and the colors just don't wash out. So that's great. Versus with the TN panels, as soon as they are off axis a little bit, they do really wash out. But these TN panels are cheaper for Nintendo and they get the job done. So if you are playing 3D games, you have the 3D slider on, you're looking at it dead center. You're not moving it around. So if you're going to be playing in that manner all the time, you don't notice that it's not an IPS panel. And I can speak that for myself. I've been playing with this quite a bit already, and it looks great. So I think if you're more of a virtual console person, that it might matter more to you if you're kind of moving it around a bit, adjusting yourself on the couch or whatever. There are some advantages of having the TN panels, such as better refresh rate, better response times. Also, a boost in battery life, but mostly I think it just kind of sucks for us. And by the way, it's a lottery for which one you get normally. There is no way to know as far as I can tell. You have to open the box and look at the screen to tell yourself. The good thing though is that I'm noticing compared to the Red XL that I had not that long ago that I exchanged for this one, is that this TN panel looks really nice. The colors don't look as washed out to me. Actually, the colors look quite similar. This is a bit more saturated, but overall, when comparing them side by side, the colors look very similar. I don't feel like I'm gypped and that this is all washed out or anything. Except when you turn it to the side, of course. There's also another interesting benefit I've noticed with the TN panel, is that when I'm playing scenes like when I'm in darker places like dungeons, or there's just a lot of shadows, I can see a lot more details in those shadows. Whereas whatever they did with the calibration on the IPS display, the shadows are compressed, meaning that that shadow gradient is darker than it should be, so you lose all that shadow detail. So I pretty much wish that the calibration on this one existed on this one. Also, I'm not a fan of that little bit of oversaturation. This looks really good, you guys. That is just the whole point here. And looks even better than the Red XL that I had several months ago. So I think that you'll be happy with either one, and if you're playing a lot of 3D games, it's really not going to matter. Moral of the story is that this is a super nice little system. I can't wait to give one of these away to you all. I'm going to make that a separate video because I'm going to have you enter very, very simply by leaving a comment in the comment section below, and I will have the winner chosen at random. You don't have to do Gleam or anything. This time around, it's simply a comment section type thing, and you also need to be subscribed and over 18 years of age because I don't want to deal with minors. And I'm not sure which countries to make this available for because this is region locked to North America. And I realize that some other countries have the zoning for the North American models too. So I have to look into that, but I'm going to make that a separate video. This is a holiday fun little giveaway. So stay tuned for that. If you want to be notified for this, please subscribe to my channel. And next to the subscribe button, there is a bell that allows you to sign up for notifications so that you know when I release new videos. You guys, please do that. I know videos get lost and then you guys say I don't make videos. Yes, I do. I make them every week, sometimes twice a week. So do not miss the giveaways. So thank you everybody for watching. This has been Erica, the technology nerd likes to film stuff. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I love this, seriously. I'm gonna go and play me some Link Between Worlds. Seriously awesome game. So So this is all that I want to say for now. I think it's worth the $99 if you can find one. And goodbye.